Hey, what's good, comic fans? This is Campfire Comics, and we're here to talk about the Arrow's mid-season finale. I'm Campfire Rich.
I'm Campfire Nate, and this is by far one of the more darker episodes that we've seen.
And that's saying a lot.
And that's saying a lot because Arrow's been kind of this season. But this episode's pretty dark. What'd you think, Richie, overall?
You know, I thought it was pretty good. I didn't mind this episode at all. I liked it. I mean, we start out with, Damien Dark keeping his promise. Whatever he wanted to do with that beach line, he sent a drone out. He's jacking people up. And what is it with kids, Christmas time, and them threatening kids, right? Like, we get it in the Flash. You got the guy handing bombs out to him, and now you got this dude flying this helicopter drone around here shooting at kids. I'm like, dang, man, leave the kids alone, bro. They didn't do nothing to nobody.
I think when they hand out the villain membership card, part of the things on there is threaten kids at Christmas.
That must be.
You have to threaten kids at Christmas, man. If you don't, they revoke your villain membership. That's just all there is to it.
I thought it was cool that Ollie outed him. Like, I wasn't sure what they was going to do, how they was really going to retaliate. And it was just like, hey, man, put him on blast. And bring him out from the shadows, basically. And they did. They put him on blast, but because he did that, he was like, bump it. I don't know where they get the protection from. You know, they kept making a big deal about Diggle's protection detail they had with all these big buff Marine dudes and stuff like that. And then 6 guys with guns just walk into the place and knock everybody out. I know Damien, you know what I'm saying, has special powers.
Yeah,
but his little ghost people shouldn't be able. They're just human too. There's no reason why there couldn't be more of an altercation. But they whatever detection detail they got, they wipe through.
I mean, those guys were over there, sipping on eggnog. They weren't paying attention, and they got their butts kicked. And we didn't even see it. It wasn't even relevant to the story.
Yeah, it was
it's
like
all those guys that were out there. Oh yeah, they're all dead. Like yeah, I guess that was. I'm not going to use that mercenary service ever again. I'm gonna have to give them a dislike on their on the comment section. That you guys got your butt beat real easily and didn't protect us.
You're fired. So. There wasn't a lot that really. I mean, there was a lot that happened, but normally we have dual stories going on at the same time. This was really just all about Damien kidnapping Ollie's people, and then Ollie trying to find him. That was basically this show in a nutshell. So there wasn't like a crazy amount of stuff to talk about outside of that. Damien's he's bad. Dude's hard. Like, he just tosses Ollie across the room and stuff. I liked how Malcom come back. Thea said something. Malcom come in and made a comment about my henchmen I sent out to do something. She's like, you like having henchmen, don't you? And I just kind of laughed because I was like, oh, you know he does. Yeah. Like, he is perfect as Ra's al Ghul. And I also like the comment when they brought in Lance. Lance was just like, how did you get this phone? And Malcom says, I'm Ra's al Ghul. Don't ask stupid questions.
Malcom has a couple moments where he's really funny.
Yeah.
He's not like he's trying
to
be funny.
He's a good character, man, having this.
He is. He's that bad guy that you kind of like, but he's a bad guy still. But he's kind of a good guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's kind of on the fence, and you sort of want to like him. But then he does stuff that you're kind of like, he's still a bad guy.
Yeah, he to me is like the epitome of like an anti-hero. Like, you got Mr. Cold in the Flash, and we haven't seen enough from him yet. But Malcom is like, he does good, but anytime he does good, it's for his interest. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, if it serves his purposes. And so he could be a great ally or like a great enemy, either one. And we've seen that time and time again. That's why I like his dynamic when he's on there. So he's turning in to be one of my favorite characters on the show now that he is Ra's al Ghul. He's just popping in and out all the time. But how I got upset when Felicity's mom found that ring and she flips out and they're going all over. I'm just like, man, put the ring, woman, quit getting into stuff. But whatever. What can you say, man? That's just the way her character is, and they went on through with it.
Well, this whole episode kind of felt like they were giving everybody their moment to have like a little insight into some of this personal story that's taken place and to have some type of closure.
Yeah, they kind of,
So
yeah,
that
they
gave
did.
you the kind of feel like something bad's going to happen. You know, like there was the closure between Laurel and her dad. There was the closure kind of sort of between Malcolm and Thea.
And Thea,
Then there was
right.
a little. Then there was a closure between Ollie and Felicity over the ring situation. There was all these little moments that were kind of the subtle undertone throughout the episode where everyone had their little moments of, oh yeah, now everything's cool, everything's cool, everything's cool. And
Yeah.
then shit hit the fan.
It wasn't
I mean,
like a
that's all it
closure,
was.
but it was like everybody's on good terms, which is very rare for the Arrow. Like for there to be people on good terms all the way across the board is never happened, you know. But they all, like you said, by closure we mean like, hey, we're all kind of accepting one another. We're happy.
Yeah, there wasn't no like personal issue that's in the back of anyone's head, even though there is the whole Ollie has a kid thing that they didn't mention at all in this episode. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you know, because that crossover, they kind of, again, that was that build up for Legends of Tomorrow, which didn't really bleed over into the standalone. What was I was about to make a point on? Oh, yeah. I liked when Malcolm dressed up as the Arrow, because I was wondering, he says, you know, I can't afford to get the League involved with Damien Dark and the Ghost or the Hive, which makes sense, right? And so he goes dressed as the Arrow, and I was like, okay, that's cool, because now it kind of like protects Ollie even more.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of interesting because there's still that is still left. Damien Dark has a thing against the Arrow, and he has a thing against Ollie, but they're the same person, and he still doesn't know that, which is kind of interesting because at this point you'd be like, you figure he'd kind of figure it out.
Yeah, you would
but
think
he
so.
doesn't. But that whole fight that they had, and then when between him and Malcolm, they blew him up. You know, that's what they did. They blew him up, and man, dude's just.
I don't know what. Yeah, they blew him to pieces, and now he appears somewhere else. Like, what is that? What is that? That it's like an underground thing? Is he planning on like destroying everything and then like bringing people in to restart Earth or something? I don't know what was him. He growing some corn. He got some
don't
algae.
They call it like Genesis or something like that?
That's something like that, which would be like a new beginning.
Yeah, when you went underneath and you saw all that, immediately in my mind, I go back to the Wrath of Khan and New Genesis, where they had that planet and they restarted it and they're showing that. I'm like, why does this feel like that? Because that's kind of what it feels like. They're like, we're going to rebuild the entire area, but we're going to do it somewhere else and then bring it to the surface. So
yeah.
That's my feeling. He's probably going to be, that's probably what's going on here. As far as how in the world he did that, it was funny because he's sitting there and he starts like saying some kind of stuff. Dark magic, he's got some serious dark magic powers, all right? And they've yet to really do, I'm really interested in an episode where we explore his dark magic, understanding it, how he has it, you know?
Yeah, that would be nice because
he's a bad guy now that I'm actually really interested in. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's an interesting bad guy. The guy who plays him does a great job. And I kind of want to know more about him.
Does Ollie ever use that tattoo that Constantine gave him?
He's not yet, not so far, no.
I honestly thought for a second that was for whatever reason going to come into play because I haven't seen it used yet. I didn't know like when his friends were trapped and they was all being gassed up. Like I didn't know if he was going to like use that to do something. I didn't know. I haven't seen it come into play yet. I'm sure it's something to probably play out on the island, which I missed the episode, I think, of the Arrow because I didn't understand what was all going on over there, which isn't really relevant to this episode that much. But Damien, if they blow him up and they dip out and everything's fine, like I actually was shocked for a second. Like I'm waiting. Like when Ollie's proposing to Felicity, I'm like, and they're playing the music, I'm like, where's the sniper shot? You know, like,
yeah.
Like somebody's about to get jacked up just because it's the Arrow, right? Like I said on the Flash can end happy like that. The Arrow's not. Like something's going to happen, and nothing happened. I was like, wow, they might actually wrap this up with everything on a good note. Nah, they can't do that. All these protection detail nowhere to be found. Why he run around in a regular limo that's not bulletproof, I'm not really sure. But anyway, shot that thing to pieces. Felicity's jacked up / dead. Not really sure if that's a misdirect or what, but man, it was kind of shocking. It was kind of shocking for me, even though you expect something bad to happen. Like when he got out, I was like, oh man, they just jacked Felicity up. So
Well, here's the thing I have, and this is going to be kind of a question too, because I really want to know people's opinions on this. They've done a lot. I mean, even with the preview, everything to make you feel like, I mean, with the original for the first episode with the tombstone and all this stuff, that Felicity's going to die. Mm-hmm. Okay, here's the question: do they have the balls to actually kill a character? Because I want to point something out. There's only been a few characters that actually died, but all the characters, the main characters, have either A, come back to life, or B, not really been dead.
Yeah.
Okay? Do they have the balls to actually straight up kill a character off? Plain and simple. I don't know if they do. It feels like a misdirect. It feels like they're going to lay all this out, make you think something, but then it's going to be something different.
Yeah.
Do they have the balls to kill Felicity off? I mean, and is that a good thing? Just saying. I mean, I'm interested to know, because what happens if we kill her off and all of a sudden we get a real, like, hardcore dark arrow going around just tearing people up? Could be interesting.
Yeah.
Could be very interesting. So, what are they going to do?
I don't know. Let us know down in the comments what you think about that. Are they going to kill off a main character? And if they do, are they going to actually stay dead? That's our video for today, guys. Look, guys, leave a like. We do content daily. We cover all kinds of episodes. We're actually coming to an end on a lot of the TV series because of these breaks. But we're going to do character highlights. Like, we got stuff planned throughout this break. A lot of content coming out. So make sure you subscribe to catch all that. Until next time, we're out.
See ya.
Hey, if you're still sticking around, then thank you for watching. That means you like us and we like you. So do us a little favor here and click that subscribe button over there so you don't miss any of our videos, because we dropping videos pretty much daily, okay? And then click this video up above my head and watch that if you haven't already, because it's awesome too. All right? Yo, man, Campfire Rich is out. Peace.